Welcome back to the Doomsday Clock, where today we will be discussing the 2017 film Spider-Man Homecoming. My name is Eric, and I'm as always joined by my co-host Jack.
Hello, I'm Jack. I'm trying to remember if I saw this movie in theaters.
I didn't.
And I think I did. I want to say I did. It was 2017. It was a Spider-Man movie. I'm thinking that I saw it in theaters.
I think my second Marvel movie I ever saw in theaters was Endgame, so...
Did you not see Infinity
And
War?
then from there, I've seen more, but...
Insane. Okay. It's always funny because I forget how not plugged into these you were.
Dude, I
Like the rest
straight
of us
up, like I said,
pretty plugged in.
I only caught up because Endgame was so hyped. I was like, all right, I might as well see what's going on. So I started.
All right, let's figure this out.
Yeah, I got locked in. Like right after Infinity War came to like streaming and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I first got into it.
Was this also in the basement? Was this the same day that you watched Civil War? We watched this.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was. So interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What an interesting time we had that day. Because it was what Kubo with the 2-string, Civil War.
I don't know if that was the same day though.
Yeah, I don't think it was the same day as Kubo because I think Spider-Verse and Kubo were the same day.
Yeah, and then
regardless,
these were This one. I mean, this isn't too much to say right before the spoiler review. This was my favorite of that day we watched. My opinion, I don't know if that'll remain the same, but we'll see.
Yeah. How much do you think this movie made? Or the budget? You get to pick what we are guessing this week.
Let's do... I think both are actually kind of interesting. So that's the tough one.
Me too.
Let's do what did we do last week? We did let me look.
Last week we did box office for
box
Guardians.
office. Let's do budget.
That's the one I don't think I know.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
I put 85 and shit 185. Okay.
Okay, so I said 185 million and Eric said 180 million.
I had 185 million down as well, and then I changed it literally last second to 180.
I'm thinking it's going to be lower.
Let me see here. This movie's budget was 175 million.
Dang it. I almost went down.
Do you want to know the box office?
I want to say I don't think it broke $1 billion, did it?
Do you want to guess? So do you want me to tell you yes or no?
I'm gonna guess 835.
This movie made 880 million worldwide.
Wow, that's quite a bit. Made quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Guardians made you were like right on the head last time. 870.
Made like 876.
Yeah. That's such a specific guess, but that's such a you're right. So
I know ball. I don't know budgets. I do know box offices.
See, budgets are I feel like I mean, they have a general ballpark right now, you know.
I think budgets have a ballpark, but are also harder because you don't know. Budgets are the one where I'm more concerned about what you guessed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's harder to play around what you guessed in budgets.
Yeah. Yeah, box office. I feel like you can just if you have the general idea of like how much it was hyped or something,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah,
budget is completely different, but yeah, non-spoiler. I like this movie. This movie's fun. It's got Spider-Man in it. He go swinging, and he's a cool guy, and I like this movie. It's funny. This movie's actually kind of funny too. So okay, you can go.
Yeah. Is that everything? Is that everything for no spoilers?
Yeah, Spider-Man good.
I like this movie. I think this movie's pretty good. I have a lot to say in the spoiler review at the end, but spoiler free wise, I think this movie's really good. I think that this movie understands a lot about Spider-Man, which I always love to see, and I think that this movie has a really good score. Giacchino's score is incredible, and I think that this movie has a couple of like larger universe flaws, but I think that it itself as like a self-contained story is pretty dang good, and I love it a lot.
I will just add on to mine. I think for a Spider-Man movie taking place in the MCU, this is a really I like the idea behind it a lot.
Yes,
I think it's a very well-fitting movie for the MCU.
Putting the Spider-Man theme in the opening logos like the do 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 do, which is like what is Spider-Man's theme in the MCU, is very cool. Giacchino, I love you.
Sony logo
And then we
too, by
start.
the way.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
weird.
Sony logo, Paramount logo, not Paramount. Sony logo. The lady holding the that's Paramount. The lady holding the candle,
Mm-hmm.
or the that's Paramount. Um, Starting with the aftermath of the Battle of New York is such a good idea. Like it's
Yeah.
so cool to be like to start with. So okay, let's real quick get into the mindset of this Spider-Man movie coming out, because it'll be important for what I'm going to talk about later. So currently, so this is post Raimi and post the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, right? So we've had Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Venom, Sandman, Electro. Is that all of the ones? Lizard
Is Hobgoblin one?
and Hobgoblin.
Okay.
Okay, so we've had 7 different Spider-Man villains across like 5 or 6 movies in a short period of time, right? 5 movies in a short period of time. Starting with the Vulture in the MCU is awesome, and I like it a lot, actually. And I love that he is like scavenging. Obviously, that's really cool, but I think it feels like at the time it was like, oh, we're starting with the Vulture, but in retrospect, I really like that we start with the Vulture.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, and I love there needs to be like a tally of how many people just got beef with Tony Stark. Because this dude's
it is
awesome.
an ongoing thing.
Everybody got beef with Tony
I think-
Stark, dude.
I think he's less beefing with Stark and more beefing with like Department of Damage Control type thing, but just because Stark has like started it, which also, I guess, the Department of Damage Control just did not matter until right now.
Mm-hmm. I suppose.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah.
Can I say that the design for the Vulture is like perfect? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, I actually really like it. I like all the costuming in this movie. I like the Spider-Man suit. I'll say it, even with the lines.
I was gonna say, are we allowed to say that the Homecoming suit is good now? Are we allowed to say that? Can we finally admit that, or are we still lying?
I've always liked that suit. I think it looks good
That
on
suit's
him.
awesome. I love the Homecoming suit. And then putting the Spider-Man theme over the MCU logo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
That means something to me, man.
The score is it's so peak. It's so good. I love the music in this movie.
We get 2 really good scores. We get 3 really good scores back to. Oh no, 4, because Black Panther then is after. Because I have spoilers that I'm going to talk about the scores of Ragnarok and Black Panther. Obviously, I'm going to. We get 5. We get 5 really good scores back to back, from Doctor Strange into Guardians into Homecoming into Ragnarok into Black Panther. Then Infinity War is a pretty good score. If not, it doesn't highlight as much as like Endgame. So I think Endgame has a better score than Infinity War. But it's good. It's a very good score. What do you think about Peter's home video?
Oh, it's so adorable. I love it. I love he's so funny too. He's so
he's such a dork too.
I know.
Like,
he's perfectly cast in this.
Perfect Peter.
I love it. I love Tom Holland and Peter Parker.
I know. It's like he's 15. I think that this whole movie can just be like, yeah, he's 15.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I like 7 years ago got Spider-Man powers, yeah, man, this is how I would be. Yep. Like 100%. I love funny too. We're not roommates.
Mm-hmm.
Tony's also funny. Like, it's the whole sequence is perfect, and then the cut out of the home movie to like the movie proper with being the like I can keep the suit is so good.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Tony Stark, did Peter Parker sign those accords for you, buddy? Is he just allowed to be Spider-Man? Did he sign them accords? Or is he gonna go to jail?
The accords come up in a little bit.
Let me just talk with you, Tony.
But like they just get mentioned. They don't. Yeah, is Peter registered? That's what I want to know.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Where's that signature? I need to see that scene, or else I'm gonna be pissed. Tony Stark, I got beef with you now too. Add me to that tally.
So Peter getting ghosted by Happy is crazy.
Yeah,
dude, getting ghosted by Happy Hogan,
mm-hmm.
Dude, brutal. And then so I want to talk about Flash's nickname. He calls him Penis Parker.
Yeah,
funny. Unfortunately, Peter Parker is right there. And I would argue
Peter is already like a dick name. You know?
It is. I think that's why it's penis, is because it's like Peter's already already there.
Well, Yeah,
But
it's also like, I mean, penis is the name, Peter's just a nickname.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Hmm.
He could have said
Okay,
like pulling Peter Parker. You know what I'm saying? Like the PPP.
that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, his initials are PP. Like you can do something with that too, Flash. I just think that Penis Parker is really uncreative, and that's my problem that I have with Flash in this movie is that Penis Parker is uncreative.
And dude, he had the layup of his lifetime with Peter just like disappearing everywhere. He could have been bullying
Dude,
so much harder.
he yes. I feel
Like,
like Flash isn't as much of a. I think that this iteration of Flash not being like a jock, but just being like a cooler nerd, I think works for
hmm
what like the MCU and is doing with Spider-Man. But I do think that he should have been more creative
yeah,
with
like
his insults.
it's come on, dude. You don't have to be doing wedgies in the big what was this? What did I say? 17 in the big 17. We don't gotta be doing wedgies and
In
stuff.
the in 2017, 9 years ago,
But like,
2017.
come on, man. PP Parker is like right there, dude.
So Ned shows up with the Emperor Palpatine Lego minifigure, and him and Peter nerd out about how cool the Death Star is. The correct Lego Death
Valid.
Star's cool.
Yep.
But this does bring up a problem with Civil War. He knows what Star Wars is.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that, like, is Star Wars. So this is 2017, right? So the MCU, if you do not know, is pretty much 1-to-1 with years until a certain point, right? And then we'll get there, and then it gets back to being 1-to-1 with years. So what this means is, in this universe, The Force Awakens comes out in like max 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter's like, "You ever see that old movie?" No, unless.
Well, my thing is,
Okay.
I mean, you can know the Death Star without, like, by name without, like, remembering the name of Star Wars or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like,
But
this is
there's
Peter
no way that he's
Parker.
buying the Lego Death Star. There's no way he's buying the Lego Death Star. Like, Ned is buying the Lego Death Star. His best friend is buying the Lego Death Star, and he doesn't.
That
I'm
shit's
just saying
expensive
that if
too, isn't it?
it's expensive. Yeah, it's like $1,000. It's like a $500 or $1,000 set.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if our good friend Maurice bought the Lego Death Star and then learned that one of us had not seen the Star Wars movies, he would force us to watch all of them.
Yeah, look at his wife.
Yeah, he made her watch all of them.
Well, they're finishing up this like soon.
That's true. Yeah, they're making it through. I can't believe that she got him to watch all the Twilights before he watched all the Star Wars movies.
That is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't believe that deal actually got fulfilled.
We watched.
Order.
She got all of us to watch Howard the Duck before we could get her to watch The Force Awakens.
We watched Howard the Duck. We watched all the 50 Shades. We watched all but one of the Twilights. We just skipped one of the middle Twilights. We watched After. All of this. None of these are recommended reading. We watched all of this before she saw The Force Awakens.
None of these are recommended reading. I think the only one you can exclude here is After. Everything else is there. It is recommended by us officially.
Fair. I like that there's a couple of shots where Zendaya is just like in the background walking around before she shows up.
I know she's giving Rue from
and
Euphoria.
it actually has a couple lines.
I don't know why.
So okay, I have a note about that later. Okay. So in this decathlon scene, you know, the Abraham, the kid who's using the bell as a comedic effect. Yes.
Yes. Oh, I thought you were just like talking. My bad.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So that next to him, to his right, our left, that is Cindy Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Which means there is hope. Girl, get in the bunker now. What are you doing? Get in the bunker. So Peter just like not making any plans because of the Stark internship is just me, my senior year of high school, not making any plans in the off chance that like certain people were going to call me and make plans with me. This is just a thing that I did. So I'm not allowed to judge him for it.
I mean, it makes sense for him because this is Spider-Man. So like this is his thing, you know?
I love at the beginning of this movie, he just does not care about being Peter Parker.
Yeah.
He just wants to be Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, he's 15. That's how it is. He does not care about being Peter Parker at all.
Yep.
It's awesome.
That's Spider-Man.
And then we can admit that the homecoming suit is awesome. And we're not lying to ourselves. This suit is so good.
We're
It's
not
not
lying to
perfect,
ourselves.
but
Okay,
it's very, very
the
good.
suit looks great. You know, Aunt May's a baddie. We're not breaking
We're
ground
not lying to
here.
ourselves.
Yeah, it's
Did your
ugh.
captions work for when they speak the little bit of I think they speak
Oh
Spanish.
yeah,
Well, I don't know
when
what
they
language they
speak
speak there.
Spanish, yeah, mine said what they
Yeah,
actually
they speak
said
Spanish.
in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
English.
Mine said speaking Spanish.
That's not very helpful.
It's not like I mean I already know the lines because I've seen this movie probably like 7 times if I'm being honest with myself. But I was like, that's so unhelpful because it's like it's a joke that only works because it's in a different language.
Yeah, but low key speaking
Also, why
Spanish,
did I
I
think they were
love seeing
speaking
that.
French?
I don't know. That's on you, gang.
I don't know. What
Um,
was I cooking?
but I love seeing Peter. Like I love seeing his interaction with like regular people so much.
Yes, him being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Shot of Peter in front of the flag. God bless America.
God bless USA. Dylan G shows
Dylan
up.
G, bro. I had it written down too. Oh my
I just
god.
wrote Dylan G. Please calibrate your enthusiasm.
Throwing
You're too excited to
throwing
see Spider-Man.
Severance into the mix is crazy because Community comes back, but we'll get
Mm-hmm.
there. Throwing Severance into
So
the MCU canon, by the way.
canon now.
It's crazy.
So this is Dylan G.
Do a flip, Spider-Man.
So then Stan shows up.
Yeah,
Hi, Stan.
Stanley, a little early, dude. A little early, aren't we?
It's an early Stan Lee cameo for sure.
Yeah.
I really like him calling Spider-Man a punk.
Yeah.
It makes me really happy. I really like it.
I like anytime
Um,
Stanley shows up in like specifically for Spider-Man movies because that's like his baby.
Yeah, that's his guy. I really like Peter's line where he says, "I feel like I could be doing more." Like, I love Spider-Man, and I love that like his arc in this movie is going from like, I wish I could be doing more to like going back to Germany, like all that kind of stuff, to like being like, no, I am the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's about these daily interactions with people. It's about, the stopping the bike thief. It's about helping this lady cross the street, like that kind of stuff. That means something to me,
looking out for the
man.
little guy, bro. I like that.
It's awesome. That's what this movie's about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the ATM.
Yeah, the gravity gun shows up from Half-Life, so I'm not sure where that fits into the canon. I'm not gonna lie.
So when does Half-Life 1 take place? What year, isn't it? In like
Half-Life 1 is sometime in the 1900s, late 1900s, because then the the Black Mesa incident happens. When does Half-Life
Yeah.
1 take
because the
place?
Portal games aren't until like far future.
Yeah. Half-Life 1 takes place in the early 2000s, specifically referenced in canon as May 2000 something.
Okay, so it's probably pre-Iron Man.
Yeah. And then Half-Life 2 takes
The
place
Black Mesa incident.
Yeah. Half-Life 2 takes place around 20 years after Half-Life 1.
Okay. So Half-Life 1 has happened, Half-Life 2 has not happened.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
Hello, Gordon.
So this must be an early prototype or something for the gravity gun.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
is
think this is a good action set piece,
yeah,
though.
it is actually crazy how much it is just the gravity gun though. Like in real life.
It is. Oh, yeah, it's it's completely just a gravity gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Happy actually picked up the phone. Crazy.
Shout out to Happy for actually picking up the phone. He's such a hater, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he actually picked up the phone
Okay.
though.
Also, keep in mind, it is 2017 in universe. They are selling Avengers Tower now in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Let's just pin that for later. He's such a hater. I love that like so much goes wrong with Peter trying to do right. I think that's an important part of Spider-Man that we miss sometimes is the fact that like he's doing his best, but when he's early on, he's not very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's an important part of like the character to me.
Yeah, I think that's a fun part with like watching movies like this and like like the Batman where they're still like figuring it out.
Yeah. It's very origin story, despite the fact that we don't see, because we didn't talk about this. I love that it skips the origin story.
Mm-hmm.
I do love it. Like we talked in one of the previous movies about how these movies would start skipping origin stories, and like I think that yeah, we had Raimi Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man before these. Spider-Man is one of the big 3
Mm-hmm.
of superheroes. Like his origin story. We don't need to go over it again. And I like that. So you want to talk about when Peter gets naked in front of Ned?
Yeah. I love that that's how Ned finds out, but low key, Peter probably should have sensed him just a little bit.
Low
Um,
key, I think though it's all forgiven because Ned has this line where he goes, "You were on the ceiling," which is maybe a top 5 delivery in the whole MCU.
well, Ned is awesome, dude. He's the CEO of Sex.
I wondered if we were gonna if you
How's
were gonna
how's
bring
that
that up.
pool? How's that? Is that an airball?
No, I think it hits.
Okay.
Uh,
No, Ned's awesome. I love Ned. He's such a little
Ned's
goofy guy.
awesome. He is a goofy guy. I think it's funny like the Death Star fully just
Mm,
comes apart. That's awesome. And then Ned leaves and he leaves the Death Star behind.
yeah, it's okay. It comes.
Movie mistakes.
They see it later.
They do see it later. There are 551 works in Ned Leeds / Peter Parker, on AO3.
I don't want to do that one yet. It doesn't feel right.
It feels right to me because Peter strips in his room.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But it's like I don't know. I mean, yeah, he does just strip in front of.
Yeah, there's
Anyways,
quite a few.
I said the note. Everybody being in love with May is so real. I don't remember who's I'm referring to. What I'm talking about.
It's the guy giving them extra food at the
Oh yeah,
restaurant.
so real. I get it. Obviously, we can move on. We don't have to keep talking about it.
I really like May and Peter's dynamic in this movie.
Yeah, very cute.
Like,
That's the thing I like want to describe about for a lot of things I like in this movie. I think it's cute. I like the writing. I
yeah,
think it's charming. I think
Mhm.
most of the characters are pretty charming too.
This movie is very charming.
Yeah.
It feels it. I think like weirdly enough, you were spot on with like the closest analogy that we have to this movie is the Batman,
hmm
where it's like it's a hero early on in their career. They're still figuring everything out, and it's like whereas the Batman is like all of the like Batman vibes cranked to 11. I think this is just every Spider-Man vibe cranked to 11.
Yeah, and it's cool because we don't really. I mean, like I know Sam Raimi Spider Man was still in high school. I think in the first movie. Same with Andrew Garfield, but like high school wasn't really important to those movies. You know.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I always forget that Sam Raimi Spider-Man is in high school because one, they're only in high school for what, like the first one?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they graduate in the second one.
hmm
And also, like, Tobey Maguire doesn't look like he's in high school.
Yeah.
Like all of these characters, they look like they're in high school.
hmm
Like they got a young cast to look like they're in high school. Like the casting is incredible on basically everybody in this movie, I would say.
Yeah.
So the Sokovia Accords get mentioned.
By who? By the gym teacher, right? Is that who brings
With
it
the
up?
gym teacher.
Yeah,
And then the Captain America Fitness Challenge, which
dude,
is
the
comedy.
Cap America cameos are so good in this movie.
And then Hannibal Buress calls him a war criminal.
He's like, whatever, I gotta still show these videos.
And then I have an important question for you.
Yeah.
Is this Ned with the greatest assist of all time? Or is it Ned with the greatest airball of all time?
Mm, I think if Peter played his cards right, it could have been the best assist of all time. But obviously, the rest of the movie happened, so it is a fumble. But I don't think it's because of Ned at all.
I don't think it's Ned's fault. No. Now, should Ned have shouted that?
No,
No.
he's a snitch.
No. He's a snitch. But I don't think we can call this the greatest fumble of all time from Ned.
No, the
then
fumble's
Peter
on
just gets
Peter's
peer
part,
pressured.
but whatever.
Yeah. And then he gets peer pressure puckered
Yeah.
into going to this party. Good about Ned's awesome hat.
Which one? I forget what it looks like, but I know what we're talking about.
Is it a fedora?
Can I look up Ned hat? No, I can't. Okay.
If you look up Ned hat Spider-Man, what comes
Dude,
up?
he's got so many good
Yeah, it
hats in
comes
these
up.
movies.
Oh my gosh, he does.
Oh yeah, with the cowboy hat or the fedora, I guess that's more.
Yeah. It's it's closer to fedora than it is cowboy hat.
Oh, he's such a little Reddit guy.
Don't do that to Ned.
What? to the CEO of sex. My bad.
So this is where I wrote, why is Zendaya here? Is this Euphoria?
Why is she here
What
in
does
this
she
movie?
say?
She doesn't do anything.
They're like, you're here at this party, and she goes, no, I'm not. And I'm like, that is Rue.
Mhm.
That is Rue in Euphoria in season 1.
At that, like in the first
Like, that's
episode in the party.
yes.
Yeah,
It's just that scene.
yeah, I agree.
Liz sets up Chekhov's parents, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then gotta talk about Flash's best joke.
Yeah, go for it.
He says, "That's not Spider-Man. That's just Ned in a red shirt."
Dude,
That's really funny.
he's spider baiting Peter. He's trying to get him out.
He is. He's like, Spider-Man, where is he? So Peter has 3 on the roof shots in this movie. This is the first one. This is Spider-Man. This is like the quintessential like first time where he's like, this is Spider-Man to me, where it's him choosing. Like, I mean, the friendly neighbor Spider-Man is him being Spider-Man, obviously, but this is like the first like where he like makes the active choice to be Spider-Man, and it's choosing what could be danger over being Peter Parker and being cool, and that's great. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. The I felt like for the first, because this is roughly where the first act ends, right?
I would say so.
This movie's the first act was a lot slower paced than I remembered it being, which I don't hate, because it's
no,
you know, it's kind of nice to just sit with these characters, a little bit.
It is. It's
and
more
watch
of like
it, so.
establishing like the world for like the average citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's like Spider-Man's there, it's like, here's how the average like high schooler is.
Yeah, and I do appreciate a slower pace every now and then. So I don't mind it too much in this movie, but I did notice that I checked the bar, like the time stamp bar, and I was like, wow, I thought I was a lot further in. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't, but that's because I think I could describe every scene in detail from this movie in order.
Mm-hmm.
This movie's ingrained into my head.
It's been a while since I watched this movie, so I thought I was just further along than I was, but
yeah,
not like a horrible bad thing. I'm just saying,
no,
slower than I remembered it being, but that's okay. It's Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that.
So we have an issue with our canon.
Yeah,
that's not Troy.
Yeah, I know. It's Gambino.
Because that's Aaron Davis.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it's Gambino. No, that's Aaron Davis.
That's Aaron Davis. So that's not Troy, which means there is another Donald Glover running around who is Troy, because we saw Abed.
Yeah, it works when they don't name the character.
It works very well when the character is not named.
But what if that's just like a nickname?
You're right. Maybe Aaron Davis is the nickname they gave Troy.
Yeah, like this is because we already establish that this is after Community, like the MCU as a whole.
Yes, the MCU is after Community.
I think it makes sense then, like, because this is clearly a more hardened version of Troy, who doesn't sneeze like a girl, or maybe he does still. Who knows? I don't know.
I think
your theory has weight. I'm not gonna lie. Your theory has weight. But I think there is also a theory here where
this isn't Troy.
But I think the theory that this is just Troy post changing his name.
Post traveling around the world with LeVar Burton.
Yes. So we'll leave it up to the it's up to audience interpretation, so
I guess. I really like the line, hey, if you're gonna shoot at somebody, shoot at me. That's Spider-Man, baby.
Yeah.
That's Spider-Man. That's him. Then we get the Shocker. Which it's very funny that like we got Electro and now we got the Shocker.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we got Electro and Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
We have the Shockers here. What do you think about this chase scene?
I was like, well, first off, Spider-Man, you are a menace to this neighborhood. Second,
yes.
I was literally thinking about Ferris Bueller. Like when I forgot that they mentioned, like that they show the movie Ferris Bueller when he's running in the backyard. I was like, damn, this is just like Ferris Bueller. And then Ferris Bueller shows up in the background.
A guy who's only seen one movie watching Spider-Man Homecoming. Getting a lot of Ferris Bueller vibes from this one.
Well, it's so obvious. They're shooting it the same way. He's like doing the same thing where he's like saying hi to people as he runs by.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
like, but I think I think it's good enough. I mean, you also got to think like it's a little harder for an inexperienced Spider-Man to be web swinging in a neighborhood that's completely
Dude,
flat.
I love how he does not work out in the suburbs. It's
Mm-hmm.
so funny.
Yeah.
The suburban Spider-Man is such a funny idea to me.
Mm-hmm.
So this shot of the Vulture is scary.
Yeah, where he grabs him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a really sick shot that like silhouettes him into the moon. What?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was at this point where I could not tell what was happening. when he
Yeah.
got grabbed, the camera was going everywhere, and I could not tell at all what was going on. Besides that, they were going
It's a
up.
very it's a very strangely directed scene for sure. I
Mm,
don't know what the plan was with it, but like I think it looks cool, but like I think you're supposed to feel like the confusion of Peter, but at the same time I don't think that what what is going on is a cool thing to make the audience feel for a little bit, but it should never be because of how the movie is shot.
mm-hmm.
You should never be like, "Oh, I'm confused at what's happening because I can't tell what's happening because the camera's shaking, all that kind of stuff."
Yeah. It was very hard for me to keep straight what was going on. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Uh, and then he tumbles into the water.
He tumbles into the water and Tony just grabs him. But not Tony. Empty suit.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that Tony like it's fully crazy that Tony just understands that like you need to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like he just gets it.
Yeah.
Of all the characters that you would be like, "Oh yeah, they get it." You would not think that Tony gets it.
Well, I think he also thinks it's just safer for him.
Yeah.
So.
And then it's yeah. And then I love the line, if Cap wanted to lay you out, he would have.
Mm-hmm. He knows. He saw them hands.
He knows. He respects Cap. This movie is Peter learning what it means to be Spider-Man, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. We haven't talked about any of the cutaways to the Vulture yet. This is where the high altitude vacuum seal gets set up, and then our favorite thing returns.
The gun that deletes people.
The gun that erases people returns.
Mm-hmm. It's funny that he did not mean to do that.
He did not mean to. Like I think it's very funny that he tried to use a gravity gun from Half-Life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love that he goes, "Okay, now you're the shocker."
I also have to mention, that's the brother-in-law from Severance, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it is. Is it?
Yeah, the mechanic guy.
I didn't reckon. Oh, that guy. I thought it was the shocker guy. And I was like, what? No, you're right. The mechanic guy.
Guy in Spider-Man Homecoming. Let me see.
The Tinkerer.
Tinkerer, yeah. His name is Phineas Mason.
Yeah. Which sounds like his name in Severance. Respectfully. So, okay, so he's doing that on the down low while he's writing the book, I guess?
Yeah, this might be him getting experience before writing the book or something.
Right, he hasn't written the book yet because I don't think Dylan G is severed yet.
Mm-mm.
So this is way before the book, right?
Yeah, this is before they move to Cure, so.
Yeah. I wonder what it would be like to watch this to listen to this show and not have watched all the exact same things that we have.
I know. It's no, it's fine. You can keep up.
So Peter and Ned have a bomb. And they get tracked to the school with the bomb. And I'm just saying, as someone who was in school in 2016, or in 2017, was in high school in 2017, there is no way those guys got into the school.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, how did you guys just walk in?
There's actually no way. And not even like talk about the fact that they have a gun.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no way that they're getting into the school. They're gonna be like, yeah, my kid's here. And they're gonna go, cool, what's your kid's name? And they're gonna like go, they're gonna make up a name and they're gonna look it up in 2 seconds and be like, we have to do a background check for you to get into the school or whatever. Like, there's simply no way they got in. That's my nitpick for this week.
I also wrote this down, so
Because there's simply no way they got into that school.
Yeah, my other nitpick for this scene is let's maybe not hit the alien tech with a hammer. Um, just a thought.
Yeah, he's 15. He's 15. That's my
Yeah.
defense for him.
That's a fair defense, but them getting into the school with weapons on them,
No shot.
Yeah, no.
Them getting into the school, full stop.
There's
and then
no
they
way.
also had weapons. Also no chance.
Yeah.
Me and my friends would have hit Chitauri things with hammers, I can tell you that. Let's talk about Peter going to DC. I love Peter. You can't just rejoin the team. Welcome back, Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. Good joke. Cindy, what are you doing? Go get in the bunker now. What do you think about Peter and Ned like hacking the suit?
Yeah, sure. I'll buy it. I don't need.
I fully buy it. I think it's a fun scene between them. I like when he says you can enjoy tracking this lamp. I think that's really funny.
Part of me kind of wishes it was just Peter that did that because Peter's smart, but
yeah,
I'm okay. I like Ned being around, so
yeah. I think in comics you can get away a lot more with like a solitary character.
Mm-hmm.
But like in like the genre that this movie is, I think that he needs somebody to bounce off of, and I really like that they make Ned this like guy in the chair.
Yeah,
really
and like Peter still is responsible for it. Like he takes the tracker out, so I mean,
yeah.
And I also just like the idea of Peter getting away from New York for a little bit because like most of his movies has just been in the suburbs, of New York. He hasn't even been downtown swinging on, skyscrapers and stuff, which people complain about in these movies a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with getting away from that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Amazing Spider-Man came out 3 years ago. Yeah. Like,
and I like that New York is kind of him doing it again for a little bit. So
yeah. Cindy, we cannot be swimming right now. Morlun is coming. Get in the bunker. I think the shots of Peter watching like the life that he has to choose not to have because he is choosing to be Spider-Man is really, really good. And like I know I talked about it a little at the party. I think talking about it here now also with like the swimming. It's like it's great.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I will say with the side characters in this movie, I don't really think they're anything great besides like I don't even know. Ned's not a side. He's a side main character.
Ned is a secondary.
Yeah.
For sure. I think he's pretty well done. I think Liz is relatively well done.
I was about to say she's Liz is like I don't think she's like amazing. She's not like a great character, but she's good enough,
Yeah.
Rue or sorry. MJ. Michelle. Sorry. I was trying to get away with not saying MJ, but Michelle is there.
I think that the point of her character though in this movie is that she's there but not a big part.
Yeah, I think the whole part too is the name drop later on, the nickname later on.
Yeah, I think that leads into her character, frankly, in Far From Home a lot better, that she's barely in this movie.
That's fair. I do think a part of it was that they could get that, oh my god, Zendaya's MJ?
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
And then like other side characters, I think the teacher's funny. Abraham, I only know his name because he used the bell for comedic effect, and then I only know Cindy's name because I'm a Silk fan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I pretty much agree with you. I think that like primary, like I think obviously like Peter, Tony, Happy, Toombs, Ned, and then Liz is fine. And I think Aunt May's pretty good. But like yeah, when you get to like the other classmates and stuff, it's
a little rough.
They kind of don't matter.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll get back in time for the decathlon.
I wonder. You want to talk about Spider-Man and his relationship with technology?
Insta kill mode is funny. That's a good gag.
It's a good gag.
He maybe should have just warmed up a little bit because he was putting up an embarrassing performance, low key.
True.
Knocking himself out is crazy.
Knocking himself out is crazy. So personally, I'm a fan of mechanical web shooters when it comes to Spider-Man. I think that they are the correct choice.
I prefer that too, by the way.
For many reasons. But I think for me, the big reason why is because it showcases like that he is also a genius, separate from like the spider bite, right? And I don't hate that it's Stark Tech in this movie because he already built web shooters and the fluid in Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't actually mind that it's the Stark Tech that much because we've already seen him build it and formulate the web fluid. And Tony was impressed with the web fluid and stuff.
He's
In the
also
last movie.
making the fluid
So
in the beginning of this movie too.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that like Tony's like, you just keep making the web fluid and I'm just gonna build you new shooters. Like, and that's cool, and I like that.
Mm-hmm. No, I like the tech in this movie. See, we'll talk about the Spider Boy Junior allegation or Iron Boy Junior allegation. Sorry.
I have some stuff to say,
but I'll touch on them later in this movie because I don't think it's anything crazy right now.
Yeah. I like Peter being locked in the vault, like the actual consequences to him being inexperienced and choosing Spider-Man over Peter Parker. And like there's actual consequences to it and like things are going wrong because of that. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
The jacket over the suit is kind of a look.
Dude, I like it. I said the same thing.
It's my favorite poster for this movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is him in the jacket laying down.
I also really like it. I think it looks fresh. The vault scene is just cool though. I like the vault scene.
The vault scene's really cool. Giacchino, you're an artist. Your score is amazing here, and it's amazing that like this isn't the peak. Like it just gets better. You want to talk about the Washington Monument?
Yeah. Peter, lock in, little bro. Let's not have a panic attack. Okay?
I could never be Spider-Man because I'm too scared of heights.
Yeah, for real. Especially with the Washington Monument, because there's like no other tall buildings around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just that's it. I think I could cope in New York where there's like a lot of tall buildings, but no, Washington Monument was just alone.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite jokes in this movie is cutting from the tour guide saying that everything is going well to Karen saying everything is bad, like just like immediately contradicting the tour guide. I think that's really funny.
Yeah, I do like this action scene a lot though. I still kind of get confused on how some of it works, like him like why that singular piece of the elevator was still hanging on, and then ricocheting off that. But I can buy it. I mean, he did show ricochet webs earlier, so I believe that.
Yeah,
but it didn't stick. It didn't stick like that. But I'm not. That's nitpicking. No. So
yeah, I think it's peak. Can you imagine if he just like Gwen'd Liz right there,
right then and there?
Yeah. And then Karen sells there, where she's like, "Now's your chance, Peter. Kiss her."
No, that's not. Don't do that.
She's selling there.
Yeah.
Karen does not know about. Ned did not sell earlier, but she's selling now.
Mm-hmm. And Peter's funny in this too because he like gets in there and he's like, hey, he throws an accent on.
Yeah, he throws the thick New York Queens accent on. It's very funny.
Mm-hmm.
So then Peter's in detention.
Yeah.
Cap having a like follow the rules video is so funny post Civil War.
Yup. Hi, Steve Rogers.
It's really, really funny.
I'm still on your side.
Steve.
But this movie has so many good bits too. I love the Captain America bit.
This movie's really funny, man.
And then, because then Aaron Davis shows back up.
Yep.
/ Troy.
Yeah, he's so bad at interrogation.
And they start talking about the sandwich shops, and they're like, "I like bread."
She goes, "I like bread.
Mm-hmm.
I like bread." Oh, that's great.
I love you, Gambino.
And he mentions he has a nephew.
Wow.
That'd be cool. I hope that comes back. But more importantly, Peter has a classmate who needs to get in a bunker now. So then Matt Gargan shows up, and he asks you what the definition of insanity.
Yeah, Nacho from Better Call Saul, if anyone isn't aware.
I was referencing Far Cry 3.
I know. He's in a few things.
Okay. Wait, actors can be in more than one thing? This is where we learn that.
No, it's the same character. Okay,
it's the same character. This. So is he Voss or is he Nacho or is he both?
He's Voss before he's Nacho. Before he's Nacho is late stage. I feel like because you don't get there without. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, without the boat hitting him in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or the car. Yeah. At this point, there's Tony calls Peter, and Tony's like talking about things that Peter's talked about in like the video or like the call that he gave to Happy. There's something very sweet about Tony actually paying attention to Peter and like what's going on with Peter.
Mm-hmm.
There's something very nice about that I really like.
Yeah.
Um, then the vulture suit rips through that van, and it's so awesome.
Yeah. This is the point in the movie where I said this movie Loki got everybody in it. Because
It does.
right after seeing Nacho, we see Tony on FaceTime. Happy's in this movie. Gambino's in this movie.
Tony shows up in person in a second.
And Tony shows up in person. Like, everybody's here, dude.
I think that Tony, or not Tony, I think that one, I like that Peter's like fighting, but he's still not very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not super experienced. And then I like that he uses all the different webs to like try to bring the boat back together. Like, it's such a perfect payoff to the vault, and I also love that it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. This fight scene is cool though. He threw a motorcycle on a guy, and then he said sorry.
He did. He did throw a motorcycle, and he goes, "Sorry, I didn't mean to do it that hard. My bad." He's 15.
And then the whole ferry ripping in half and him locking in.
It's awesome.
Unfortunate he missed the tiniest spot, but
yep.
Hi Tony.
Get about RDJ's perfect delivery of "Hi Spider-Man."
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this Iron Man suit?
I didn't really think too much about it. I'm not gonna lie.
I still think the 43 is better. The silver, I don't love the silver as much on the red.
Yeah, whenever there's like too much silver in his suits, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I don't think it just doesn't work as well. Okay. If you want, I'll let you talk about Tony chewing Peter out a whole bunch, and then I'll talk about it. We can just go back and forth. I figure you have some stuff to say about this scene.
Well, Peter is not beating the Iron Boy Jr. allegations yet, but my issue with Tony in this movie a little bit is that I feel like low-key, him of all people, would understand the importance of trying to stop these weapons, because that was his whole arc in his very first movie, was stopping.
But he did though, because he called the FBI.
Yeah, right. Because Tony Stark, of all people, is going to call the FBI rather than to just solve it himself.
Yeah, I do think he would have just dealt with it. That is fair.
If you're nothing without the suit, then you don't deserve to have it, or whatever, however that line goes. Great line, because I think that's the basis of why I think, Peter beats the Iron Boy Jr. allegations. Because then he goes, "I'm nothing without the suit. My brother in Christ. You didn't even know your suit had abilities. You have all the abilities, bruh. You are we confused? I know we are, but like, focus up." But yeah, no, I get taking away the suit. Like, even though he didn't mean it as a lesson, he was doing it to try and stop him. Let's be for real, dude. Even with the Accords, he's not gonna stop being Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man. Yeah, I know you might not know that yet, but you should probably have a hint by this point. That's all I'm gonna say for now. You can go ahead.
Cool. I've got a little bit to say. I love that Peter's first instinct is to make sure everybody's okay. Like, he's Spider-Man, man. He's Spider-Man. Tony stepping out of the suit is aura, and if I'm Peter, I stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nope. Okay, I'm owned. I think that Tony kind of losing it here is completely in character. I do agree that I think he would have just stopped the weapon sales, not called the FBI on them. But like, I think that like how he reacts here is completely in character. He's like, Peter says, "I want to be like you," and Tony's like, "I wanted you to be better." Like, I think that Tony sees Peter as a way for like, not as like a successor, but as a way of like, I can give him what I never had when I was starting out, right? And then on top of the line, if you don't have the suit, then you shouldn't have it. Because I think a lot of people are like, but Tony's nothing without the suit, and it's like, well, you didn't watch Iron Man 3 then.
Literally.
What that means. Because that's the plot of Iron Man 3. The plot of Iron Man 3 is that he doesn't have the suit, and yet he's still Iron Man. And I think that that's the point that he's trying to hammer home with Peter, is that it's not, like, he basically gave Peter 10 stars in Mario Party to start out with, and now they're playing another game, and Peter's mad that he's not getting a 10-star handicap anymore. And it's like, no, like, I gave you this suit to help you, but you are now relying on it completely. Like, you are now thinking that you need the suit to be Spider-Man when in reality you are Spider-Man without the suit, and that's like the whole plot of the third act of this movie, obviously, right? Um, but I think a lot of people like to misconstrue that, and they're wrong and dumb.
I
Watch
agree.
Iron Man 3. If you think that's a bad line, if you're like, but Tony's telling me about the suit, go rewatch Iron Man 3 right now. Spend your 2.5 hours and rewatch Iron Man 3 because you
Yup.
don't understand the arc that Tony's gone through.
Yup.
And
Yup.
and you know that's real because Eric is agreeing with me on a character take about Tony Stark. That's how you know that that's not a Tony Stark fanboy take. That's a real take.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I with the weapons sale stuff, whatever, but like this is, yeah, the suit stuff is, yeah. I agree. I agree.
Fully in character. How do you think? What do you think of the scene with May and Peter when he gets back?
Very, very. I was gonna say cute, but that's not the right word because it's sad.
It's touching.
It's touching.
It's a touching scene.
Peter needed to be shit on because, you know, he was doing too much. His ego was too big. He was starting to rely too much on that suit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Did you want to talk about Peter and Liz as a couple?
Yeah. Before we do that, Peter, the principal, his either dad or grandpa was in the Howling Commandos with Cap. That's like the photo that's up on like
Oh,
um the file cabinet up there. So that's cool. Um, Peter, that is not where the Emperor goes on the Lego Death Star set. He goes in his throne room, not on top of the Death Star. What are we doing? Follow the instructions, loser. You just follow the instructions once, and you can put them wherever afterwards. You got to follow the instructions once with Lego sets, you know. Um, yeah. So Liz, get up,
literally.
girl.
It's
Get
kind of
up.
embarrassing at this point.
But I mean, here's the thing. I'm not gonna say that I haven't done stupid stuff and like let stupid stuff, not stupid stuff, like let like serious issues be completely erased because I liked somebody. I'm not gonna act like I'm above this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't throw the first stone. I am not without sin.
But get up,
So I
please.
can't judge her too much. But yeah, but girl, get up. And I'll talk about Liz in a second. I have a problem with Liz in a second.
Mm-hmm.
So like best reveal in the MCU thus far, right? Like best twist.
Oh yeah, with Tombs.
Yeah.
No, not the best reveal. Guardians 2, in my opinion.
What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
But
What's
this is
funny is
up
if
there.
this was one movie earlier, it would have been.
Yeah, so far.
I think I'm trying to remember. Do you remember your reaction to this?
Dude, it's like as a heart dropping moment as like Peter has in this movie. Like you're like oh wait.
It's the music cuts. You're just gagged.
Mm-hmm. It comes out of nowhere. It's so sick. I actually love this twist too.
It's so good, dude. He's so scared this entire interaction.
Mm-hmm.
He's just our boy's just terrified.
Yeah. Would Liz's last name be Toombs though?
Yes,
Okay. I guess Peter might not
it's not
know.
mentioned until this moment.
Yeah, Peter might not know Toombs or the Vulture's name though.
No, so he doesn't know. So he doesn't know the Vulture's name because it even the suit scans him and says he's not in the criminal database.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't get her name or get his name rather.
Yeah.
So it works. I think this reveal works on every single level.
Yeah, no, I because it just it's like a because the movie has a vibe, you know, that it had since Tony took the suit away, and this just completely changes it. Like this rewrites
like,
the movie.
Tony takes the suit away, and it's like end of Act 2, and then like everything's going badly, and then beginning of Act 3 kind of starts, and he's like trying to be like he's starting to figure things back out. He's dancing with May and like learning how to dance on this kind of stuff, and then all of that just cuts,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just scary.
And then Toombs is W dad to their faces.
He's W dad.
He's also like super chill to
the car-
Peter, which I like until you know
He is, yeah.
the car. Right?
Until he figures it out.
Yeah.
The car scene is so awesome.
It's so painful, but it's so well done. It's so.
So I have a couple things here.
Mm.
One, Liz is low-key outing my boy.
A little bit.
And then 2, how does she not figure it out? Look, okay. She's the captain of the decathlon team. They're at a school for smart kids. She should figure it out in this scene.
Yeah.
And I know that we're coming into like the omniscience of like the third person.
I mean, they probably just thought he was like
no
gay
way.
or something, though, right?
No, because like her dad is like actively spelling out all of the clues in the front seat.
Yeah.
he's like, wow, it's so convenient that Spider-Man showed up right when Peter Parker left.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and right at the place that like you guys needed him. Wow, and then Peter showed up after Spider-Man left. Wow, that's really cool. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Bet you're lucky your old pal Spider-Man.
Peculiar.
It's just insane to me. I forgot he had a gun.
Yeah, you did. I remember that.
Yeah. Because Zoe and I both said that we forgot that he had a gun because we were watching this, and I was like, I forgot he had a gun. She's like, yeah, I didn't.
But I love that he's giving like Peter a chance to like just walk away. Just walk away, little bro.
Just walk away. And you know what he's not gonna do?
He ain't gonna walk away.
He ain't gonna walk away.
And you know what?
He's Spider-Man.
He made that
baby.
choice in the car with a gun pointed at him.
It's so awesome. I like to think that he made that choice well before then.
Yeah, but like him leaving his phone in the car so he could track him is confirmation that he at least decided with the gun still pointed at him.
Yep. The score here is so good. I love you, Michael. I love Spider-Man. I love that he goes into Homecoming and he has to make the hard choice. And he's like, I'm sorry. You don't deserve this.
It's so classic. It's a classic Spider-Man dilemma.
It's the Spider-Man dilemma of having to choose between Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and the art of it, and the like the whole thing being that he will never choose Peter Parker over Spider-Man is so good. It's so good. I love this character so much.
Yeah. And he puts on the homemade suit too.
Dude,
I like the homemade suit a lot in this.
I love the homemade suit.
He has a little fight by the buses, but like, it's just cool little action.
Ned.
W Ned.
W Ned.
Low key, Peter? Why are you driving?
I think it's suburbs.
Yeah,
and because he got suburbs before, and so this time he's like, I'm not getting suburbs the second time.
No, but he was like driving through the city.
That's true. You raise a good point. I don't know.
Because like I get it. It's funny to be a dick to Flash. I do. I really do get it.
I understand.
Yeah,
but
you are Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, I do love Peter like putting the pieces together in real time.
Yeah,
of like, oh, the plane, it's moving day. Is this the first mention of porn in the MCU?
It might be.
I think this is when porn gets canonized.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Because, I mean, there's obviously been their sex, but, like, porn. Like, straight porn.
I think it's the first time that porn gets mentioned in the MCU.
Yeah. Also, insane thing to say, by the way, when she could see your screen.
Yeah. She can see all the screens. On the screen that she can see, by the way, is, like, the specs for a car. He has Googled how to turn on headlights in this car.
Mm-hmm.
That's the screen she can see.
Yeah. So, don't know how that one worked out, but
I don't know either.
Tony Stark is still making prototypes for Captain America's shield, so what do I know?
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good character moment. What do you think about the tombs in the warehouse? Like the tombs and Peter kind of interaction before the building goes down.
Dude, he's like low-key anti-billionaire.
He's kind of based.
Yeah, I was like, all right, Spider-Man, hold on now.
I like that
slow your roll, buddy.
He has a good point about Tony selling weapons. Unfortunately, Iron Man's 1, 2, and 3 have all occurred.
Yeah.
So, like, he went through an arc, so you kind of lose that there. But, like,
he doesn't know that,
I get what you're saying until you drop the building on a 15-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I get it. Unfortunately, yeah, like you said, you did drop a building on a 15-year-old child. That's kind of
Yeah,
not
you
cool.
did you did lose all of your aura when you dropped in a building on a 15-year-old.
Well, no, hold on now. He didn't lose aura because that was aura.
You're right, my
He,
bad.
that's just kind of
He
lame.
lost he lost his moral superiority when he dropped the
Yeah,
building on a
yeah, yeah,
15-year-old. Yeah.
yeah. No, hold on now.
Are you saying that he gained moral superiority when he dropped
No,
the building
no,
on a
no, no, no,
15-year-old?
no, no. I'm saying we just had to slow our roll with the aura talk, okay? Because
Okay,
because
that's fair.
he was like,
He does have
he was
aura.
like,
That's
you
not
didn't
bad.
even hit me. He was like, wasn't really trying to. Come on, come on. It's just
That is aura.
lame.
You're right.
So,
That's my bad. That's my bad.
but then it's the biggest
Um,
aura lob in the MCU up to this point, besides like the Loki Thor thing in Avengers. You know, because
I'm not overly fond of what follows.
yeah, because they're like scared of thunder.
Okay. I'm trying to think if there's. Let me pull up the movie list. Let me see if there's any more aura lobs that were missing.
There is one in Ragnarok. There's a big one in Ragnarok.
And Ragnarok beats this one. Ragnarok laps this one.
I don't know, dude. On a personal character level, this is the biggest. This is one of the biggest aura lobs.
I don't know if we're thinking about the same part. There's a part in Ragnarok that
I'm talking about the end in Ragnarok.
anyway. It might be though. I wasn't really trying to. It is a big.
I'm just saying, like a personal character aura moment.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. This one might have it.
Okay, Cap jumping out of the plane in Winter Soldier.
At the beginning of the movie.
No parachute.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And Bucky. And okay, I think what's currently.
But that's not
above
fair.
this
That's Captain
is
America,
Bucky
bro.
catching the shield. Cap jumping out of the plane. And then this.
But Cap
the
jumping
aura
out of the
lobs.
plane's not an aura lob. You know what I mean?
You're right. Yeah.
I get the shield. The shield catch is literally one.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I think Peter gets so much aura from
We're
this.
adults.
Yeah.
We're adults. And this is our.
Yeah, but this is important discussion, okay?
It's okay because I don't have a job, so it's fair. I'm allowed to talk about it. I'm unemployed.
This is an important discussion. This is why we have the podcast.
Speaking of, if you need a video editor, please contact me. I love the scene of the building on top of Peter so much.
Yup.
He's a 15-year-old kid, and it starts out with him screaming for help, and then he looks and he sees himself in the suit that he made. And he reminds himself that he's Spider-Man and that he's got to get back up every single time.
Yup.
Giacchino, this is the highlight of your score in this movie. It's so very good. I personally could do without the Tony voiceover.
I was gonna say that.
Other than that, I really, really like this.
I low-key thought that because like I'm already thinking about that line. Hearing it again,
yeah,
it's a little too much because I'm already thinking about it.
To me, it reads like an added after test audiences.
Yeah, I agree. I personally was already thinking about that line, so hearing it, I was like, okay, well, but yeah, very awesome scene. I mean, like I said, it's a big character moment for him. It's proving that he is Spider-Man and he's him, you know.
Yeah. He is him.
And then Tony for real put everything on that plane.
He did.
He put all of his eggs in one basket. He did not listen.
Every egg. Yeah, this is happy. Every egg has been placed in the same basket. Okay, cool. Take that, and then that basket's gonna fly through the sky now.
Automatically with nobody on it.
Yep. No guards. This entire plane sequence is peak. This is a really, really good action scene, and it's Spider-Man in a scenario that we've never seen him in before, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I do love that Peter like kicks out the turbine though. Like that could just kill a household. That could like land on someone.
That's gonna kill somebody, Peter. I think that this movie does really well at putting Spider-Man in situations that we hadn't seen him before in.
Yeah.
Like action set piece wise, that's really cool. I really like that.
And then Peter, well, not really his fault, but he did kick out the turbine. Damn near caused 9/11 too.
He did. He
Um,
did
because
nearly recreate that incident.
that shit was going right at the tallest building.
Yeah, that was Peter. You are in New York. You can't just be crashed in planes like this.
Mm-hmm. I know I'm going through this or this uh third act fight,
Go for it.
whatever, pretty quickly. But I think we can go through it pretty quickly like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good action set piece. It's a unique action set piece, which I love to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fight on the plane is pretty cool because like you said, you've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
The crash is crazy. They're very lucky they happened to find a beach that they
The
could.
crash is crazy. I love that it's not over after it crashes.
Yeah, no, I agree because
It's
Tombs
such a good choice.
Tombs was like half a second away from killing Peter, and then he saw the loot and got distracted.
Because he's a
He's a
vulture.
vulture. And then Peter does not hesitate to save him, or yeah, no, he doesn't hesitate to save
Dude.
him at all.
He does not hesitate to save him. Despite everything he wants to save him, that's Spider-Man, baby. And
Yep.
he's running out of web fluid.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's perfect.
Yep. And that's all I gotta say. Pretty cool, really cool.
Also,
action set
there's
piece.
when they crash on the beach, it's like muffled until the vulture crashes into him, and then all the sound and like sound effects come back in,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a really cool thing that I liked.
Yeah, I
But
do
yeah,
I
you're
do
right.
like the Vulture in this movie a lot because he also is like a villain where like he's not insane. He's not gonna just go
He's not
around
insane.
killing people as much as he wants. He's not gonna be turning people into boogers.
Yeah,
Shout out
he
Ant
didn't
Man.
mean to erase that guy.
Yeah, and I think he's the only guy that he like actively kills.
Yes,
So, and he's like he'll
and like
kill Peter, but he would really prefer not to.
yeah, and like his whole thing is like, no, we want to keep it low stakes. We're keeping it low so that nobody comes in. Like no Iron Man, no Avengers, they don't come in. Like we're keeping it low stakes. We're doing minimum work. Like that's just well done.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just a smart guy.
He's gonna do what he can't, like what he has to protect his family, but he's gonna go and try and like find the other option first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting for specifically like a first movie Spider-Man villain.
Yes, I concur. 'Cause a lot of the other Spider-Man villains really go off the rails.
Yeah, they go off the rails first movie, just going around taking people out. Who even is the villain in the first Amazing Spider-Man? I don't remember. Lizard.
Lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a very nice change of pace, and I think he's a very well written character because it all makes sense when he is revealed to be a like a caring, loving husband and father.
Yeah.
But poor Liz. Sorry, girl.
Poor Liz.
Your daddy going to jail.
There's no way she doesn't know. How
Yeah.
does she not put it together?
Girl, what are we doing?
Genuinely. Are we dumb? Are we dumb at this school for all smart people?
Did we not see how Peter looked
Also-
before he ran away?
Yeah. Also, she is way nicer than I would have been.
Literally.
Like, I would have, I might have hit him.
Mm-hmm. I would have probably just not talked to him.
Oh, yeah, we are not speaking ever again. No, not happening. Also, Cindy, why are you at decathlon practice? Get in the bunker. Moreland is coming. What do you think about the MJ reveal?
It's fine. It's. I'm trying to think of what it's equivalent to for an MCU name drop.
It's the second best twist in the movie.
I don't know.
The line where she's like, "What are you hiding, Peter?" I'm just kidding. I don't care. That's in the trailer. Fun fact. That's the reason that's in the movie. It's because it's in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But also, both halves are like the "I'm just kidding. I don't care" is also in the trailer. So like, I'm not mad about it. It's not like deceptive.
Yeah.
Also, not to be the guy that brings up Dune every episode, but do you think that Zendaya fans who went to see Spider-Man: Homecoming, like, do you think that when they went and saw Dune Part 1 and like she was in those two movies like a very similar amount? Like she's in this less than she's in Dune Part 1, and she was in all of the marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's like they feel the same way about it, where they're like, we really got baited here with like Zendaya into seeing Spider-Man: Homecoming?
I don't know if it's as bad because At this point, like with them knowing that she's MJ in this universe, yes, that's bad. But before they find out it's MJ, officially, I don't think it's as
I think
bad.
before you find out, I think it's worse. She has like 7 lines of dialogue total.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think
before-
it's worse. Like after you know it's her,
Yeah.
right?
That's fair. That's fair.
But like before that, you think it's just a silly side character. Who cares? And then you find out that's MJ. Then it's bad. Then it's worse. Because like
As a Zendaya fan.
yeah, because like Chani's not really in the first part of the Dune part 1.
Of Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I would say that she shows up more in. I think she is in Homecoming more than she's in Dune Part 1, right? Probably.
I don't know. She's actually in Dune Part 1 a good, like not a good amount, but like an okay amount because she's in like a lot of the, the hallucinations and stuff.
She's in the visions. Yeah, I forgot she's in the visions.
Mm. And she's actually pretty relevant
right.
to the last, 20 minutes.
Yeah, like the last like 30 minutes that she's in.
Yeah.
Like she's in a lot of, but like still.
Anyways, Happy did the dramatic turn.
He did.
I would also be weirded out if a man like Happy was in my high school bathroom talking to my classmate, not gonna lie.
We have the same question about Happy as we did those guys earlier. How did he get in the school?
Yup. Happy being like cool with Peter now because he got aura, I guess.
Happy only likes you if you have aura. That's canon.
I love that Peter turns down Tony, obviously.
Yup. Great character arc.
Yup. And I feel like, in my opinion, this movie alone kind of dunks on the Iron Boy Jr. allegations a little bit for me.
I'm gonna talk about it.
It is in Far From Home mostly, I think, is the issue though, right?
I'll talk about it then too.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Then you can go ahead because this is probably the time to talk about it, right?
I'll talk about Far From Home when we get to Far From Home. We have a couple things left. One, I can't believe that Pepper and Tony get engaged at the end of a Spider-Man movie.
Right? It's crazy.
I don't hate it either. It's funny.
Yeah, I like I like the concept. I still don't like them as a couple, but whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, don't love them as a couple, but it's very funny and like sure, whatever, man. And then one more time, I love this Spider-Man theme so much.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yep.
Okay, post-credit scenes.
Hi Nacho. Oh wait, also the cutoff F-word joke is funny. Anyways, hi Nacho.
Oh, that is funny, yeah. I really hope Scorpion comes back in a timely manner.
I like that Toombs is sliding for Peter because everything I mentioned about his character. And then the actual funniest post credits.
It's really good.
The Captain America Patience one. I forgot about it, dude.
You forgot? Okay, so I remembered because I was like, I remember what it is. It's very funny that you forgot. Were you like, oh?
He showed like, well, it got to the because like, I'm not gonna lie, I usually do kind of skip the credits in these movies because they're long, they're really long.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit I was like, the button didn't show up for a while to click on it. And I was like, what the heck, dude? Where is this button to skip? And then it finally showed up. It finally showed up after like 2 minutes or something. I pressed it, and then Captain America shows up, and I'm like, I just got again.
You did? That's crazy. Then you get Spider-Man Will Return.
Yeah,
isn't it crazy that the next time we see him is Infinity War?
I mean, it's not that crazy. It's only like a couple movies.
No, we're 2 movies from but like what I'm saying is like Spider-Man Homecoming and then Infinity War. Like those are like the next 2 appearances.
Yeah, I mean it's a little crazy.
Also, it does not feel like we're 2 movies out from Infinity War right now.
No. The vibes are still up.
And what's crazy is like, I think at the time, I don't remember like coming out of Spider-Man Homecoming and being like, oh my gosh, Infinity War is happening next year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very weird.
But yeah, that's the movie.
Do you want to give your review and then I'll give mine?
Yeah.
Even though I have to give the score, but I think that.
Yeah. Yeah. I like overall. I really do like this movie. My opinion has not changed too much of it. Because because this was, I've always really liked this movie. Um, Pacing's a little slow in the beginning, but it picks up later on. And I think this is a really, really good Spider-Man story without being your typical Spider-Man story because it shakes things up a lot. Um, it focuses a lot more on the high school stuff, which I think is kind of refreshing, especially for the MCU because the MCU is a lot more, high stakes. Tom Holland, he's a great Spider-Man. His character is, in my opinion, really well done. I really like him in this movie. The side characters are kind of non-existent, really, but I mean they nail most of the main characters. I do have nitpicks with some, character decisions. Uh, like I mentioned, the pacing's a little slow in the beginning, and that's okay, but it's not great. This movie, I think story-wise, is also pretty good. It feels like it kind of forgets a little bit what it's doing, I think, more in the beginning. But it very much locks in as it goes on, and the third act is particularly really good. So, this movie's funny. It's a good time. I like this movie.
Yeah, I think like everybody gives 110% in this movie. Acting wise, I think despite the fact that some of the side characters aren't as fleshed out, I think that all the performances are really good. The comedy works really well for this. I mean, this movie, the villain works incredibly well. I think that Toombs and doing the Vulture is like incredibly smart. I think it's really awesome. I think people who hate this movie forget about the whole arc of this movie. Like, for the last 10 years, I have been gaslit by Spider-Man fans as they try and convince me this is a bad movie by using, like, the words Iron Boy Jr., right? Well, because Tony Stark gave him a suit, he's Iron Boy now, because the plot of this movie is him being Iron Man's sidekick. That's what, like, they would have you believe. But the plot is actually about, like, Peter Parker coming into his own and rejecting all of that to be the friendlier neighborhood Spider-Man, right? And, like, this whole argument that, like, Peter Parker doesn't have technology, you're just getting gaslit. His webs are not organic in the comics. He has mechanical web shooters in the comics. You just watched the Sam Raimi movie and thought you were an expert in this character. Like, you're just getting gaslit by a phenomenal director. So, like, I love this movie. I think this movie's really, really good. And yeah, Spider-Man fans, I'm sorry that your 6th live-action movie in the last 15 years wasn't a perfect adaptation of this character. But, like, you know what I get about my favorite character? I get a character with no last name on IMDb or the credits. I get confirmation that Cindy Moon from a Variety article citing the MCU wiki sourcing something called the conjecture policy. That's how I learned that my favorite superhero is in this movie. But oh no, they updated the Vulture to be more modern and gave Peter an arc showing that it isn't technology given to him by a flawed mentor that makes him Spider-Man, but his own powers, skills, and raw determination to do good. Like, every complaint about this movie is like, they MCU-ified him. And it's like, yeah, did you just want, like, the Amazing Spider-Man, but again? Like, things get updated. I think this is the best thing you could have asked for when integrating Spider-Man into the modern MCU. And if you hate this movie, great news. Next year, in 2018, you get the best Spider-Man movie ever made in Into the Spider-Verse, alongside one of the best Spider-Man stories ever told in the PS4 games. So I'm sorry that your dose of Spider-Man for this 6-month period wasn't great, but I haven't seen my favorite character outside of side character appearances and cameos in the last 3 years. So it could be worse. 8.3 out of 10.
Damn!